Hey there. So now finishing the talent the spec review for the Shaman. I'm manning the Shaman reviews with the restoration spec. Taking a look here at the spells, most of the, as you're probably aware, most of the totems are now gone. The Searing Totem, Earthbind Totem, Tremor Totem, they're all gone, and the Astral Shift is now a baseline spell, defensive cooldown for everyone, and the Sandals is only attainable by a talent. So taking a look here at the spells, we have the Resurrection spell. Shaniel remains the same, basically. We have Ancestral Vision, which returns all dead party members to life, so it is now used instead of the Mass Resurrection guild perk, which was removed, and only healers have this one, I believe. Only healing specs have this spell. We have Chain Lightning. It works the same as the Elemental, I believe. Farsight, we want to know what this is. We have Flame Shock, Astral Recall, Astral Shift, it's the defensive cooldown. Bloodlust, Healing Rain, heals up to 6 allies over 10 seconds. Ghost Wolf, we already know. Healing Stream Totem remains the same. It only heals one of our allies at a time. We have Lightning Bolt, that's a cast time. Healing Surge, the Healing Tide Totem, it remains with the same effect. Purge, Healing Wave, Purify Spirit, removes all curse and magic effects from a friendly target. I believe every healer removes magic effects. If it doesn't, I am probably mistaken, but I believe they all remove magical effects. I'm not sure now. X, it's the same as the Elemental. Riptide, Lava Burst, Spirit Link Totem. It reduces damage by 10%, and it redistributes the health of all the players around the effect to the same percentage. Then we have Spirit Walker's Grace, calls upon the guidance of the spirits for 15 seconds, permitting movement while casting. Shaman spells, castable while casting, and increases movement speed by 20%, 1 minute cooldown, but it is talented. This is also a talent, and that's it. The mastery remains the same, but here's a nice one. Resto Shaman now has Lava Surge. So Flame Shock damage. The Flame Shock damage over time has a 50% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Lava Burst and cause your next Lava Burst to be instant. So that's kinda neat. Alright, so let's take a look here at the spells here. So we have Undulation. Every third healing wave or healing surge, your cast heals for an additional 50%. That's kinda good, but then you don't have. That's a passive one. You don't have a choice here. It's just a passive one. It deals. You want to be keeping track of your of each third healing wave or healing surge, right? We have then Unleash Life. It was present before, and now it's only attainable through the talent. So unleashes the elemental forces of life, healing a friendly target for 18,000 and increasing the effect of the Shaman's direct heal by 30%. I like this one, even for a PvP or PvE experience. Perhaps on PvP I'll choose this one if I'm healing a tank or something. Perhaps this one would be the best, but for PvP this one is best. And then we have Torrent, increase the initial heal from Riptide by 40%, so that you can have an idea here. It heals 18,000 plus 40% would make something like I don't know, 30,000 perhaps. No, that's too much. 59 26, perhaps 26, 25,000. Initial value, I don't really. Perhaps this one would be better for the PvE and this one PvP. This one is kinda Riptide even has a cooldown, so I'm not seeing the benefit here. This one for PvP and this one for PvP for PvE. I'm sorry. This one Ondulation for PvE and Unleash Life for PvP. That would be my choice. Then we have Gust of Wind, which we should know what it does from the elemental review. Sends you forward. It's like a displacer bit of some sort, but kinda meh, you see. Then we have it's on cooldown. Graceful Spirit, it reduces the cooldown of Spirit Walker's Grace by 60 seconds and increases your movement speed by 20% while it is active, and increases your movement speed in Ghost form by an additional 10%. So I believe this is while it's active, right? We have Windrush Totem, and I'll just place it here so that we can see how it looks like. It should show the area, right? But it doesn't. Okay, but in my opinion, Graceful Spirit is the way to go for PvE and PvP. With the I believe PvP. No, this one is the PvP one. Fuck Gust of Wind, seriously. You won't do anything. It's a Gust of Wind. It doesn't. It's shit. Seriously, it's the way it is. It's not a blink. Other melees with their souls, they'll just run over to you. No point in having this one. All right, so we have the totems here. The tire of totems with Lightning Surge totem, which explodes after 2 seconds, stunning all enemies within 8 yards for 5 seconds. Earth Grab totem, it roots the enemies and then slows them. And Voodoo totem, which X's all enemies around it within 8 yards. Alright, this is the same tire as all the other specs. Then we have Crushing Waves. Riptide grants an additional charge of Tiding Waves. So you can see here, cast time of next healing wave reduced by 30% and critical effect chance of the next healing surge increased by 40%. That's what it does. Then we have Ancestral Guidance, which for the next 10 seconds 20% of your damage and healing is converted to healing on up to 3 nearby injured party or raid members. This is a good choice for heavy group damage on PvE, but that's not really good for PvP. I believe Crushing Waves would be best used on PvP. I guess that's what I would choose to. Then we have Deluge. Chain heals by an additional 20% on targets within your healing range or affected by a Riptide. This is also good for heavy damage, heavy group damage on raid encounters. Perhaps this one would be even best, but I would have to see if my mana could keep up doing so. So Chain heals for an additional 20% on targets within your healing range or affected by a Riptide. So. Alright, so next totem, talents, we have the Ancestral Protection totem. Summons a totem at the target location for 30 seconds. All allies within 20 yards of the totem gain 10% increased health. If an ally dies, the totem will be consumed to allow them to reincarnate with 20% health and mana. Cannot reincarnate an ally who dies to massive damage. So massive damage is perhaps those insta-kills on the raid bosses. I don't know, this one seems kinda hard. It has a long cooldown. It seems kinda hard to play with. Let's move forward. Earth and Shield totem summons a totem with a lot of health with 350,000 health at your feet for 15 seconds. So then 6,600 damage from each attack against allies within 10 yards of the totem is redirected. So this is practically a shield for 15 seconds. Alright, from each attack. So it reduces 6,000, almost 7,000 from the attacks that are dealt for your enemies, and redirects to the health of the totem. And then we have Ancestral Vigor. Targets you heal with Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Chain Heal or Riptides. Initial heal, gain 10% increased health for 10 seconds. If this stacks, it could be good. It doesn't have Healing Rain, but it has Chain Heal. This is the good one. This is a good one, I believe. It's a good one for PvE. For PvP, it's probably Earth Shield Totem or Ancestral Protection Totem, but this one seems harder to place. Earth and Shield Totems would be a nice idea for PvP. So on the next tier we have Bottomless Depths. Resurgence always triggers when you heal a target below 60% health. So what is Resurgence? Resurgence is your direct heal criticals refund a percentage of your maximum mana. 1% from Healing Wave, 0.60% from Healing Surge and Leech Life or Riptide, and 0.25% from Chain Heal. So this always triggers when you heal a target below 60% health, so that's nice. So now we have, next one, we have the Cloudburst Totem, which is probably the same as it was before. So it summons a totem at your feet for 15 seconds that collects power from all your healing spells. When the totem expires or dies, the stored power is released, healing all injured allies within 40 yards for 25% of all healing done while it was active, divided evenly among targets. Casting this spell a second time recalls the totem and releases the healing. This is a very good one for AoE, heavy AoE damage on raids. So this is a good one. I'll choose this one for PvP and this one for PvE, definitely. And then we have Echo of the Elements. Riptide, Healing Stream Totem and Lava Burst now have 2 charges. In addition, when you consume a charge of Tidal Waves, you have a 10% chance to generate a charge of Riptide. This can also be a nice talent for PvP, not PvE. For PvP it is a good talent. For PvP it is a good talent because you have charges, Lava Burst, even on tools, while playing arenas on tools. I would definitely choose this one, even for the extra Lava Burst. So now we have Ascendance, which is the same as it was before, causing all healing you deal to be duplicated and distributed evenly among nearby allies. Then we have Wellspring, which creates a surge of water that falls forward, healing all friendly targets in a wide arc in front of you for 21,000. I could see this one being helpful on tight groups. I'll show it here. It has a cast even. The effect is kinda yucky, but it goes forward quite well, and it's in a wide arc, so it's a nice AoE heal. But I'm not sure if it can replace Ascendance, like, not really sure. 20,000. Well, it's a nice heal. It's a nice heal. That you got that. But depending on how your raid is positioned, I'm not seeing it being very useful on that many fights. And then we have, lastly, we have High Tide, which Chain Heal bounces to one additional target and its fall off with each bounce is reduced by half. So It doesn't. Yeah, healing is reduced by 30% after each jump, so it now is 50%, 15%. I could see High Tide, Ancestral, Vigor, and Deluge being pretty good on PvE, but High Tide you don't chain heal on PvP, and Ascendance would be the best one to use on PvP for the distributed, because it distributes the health evenly. And even on PvP, on PvE, I mean, Ascendance, your group is down, you pop Ascendance, you start healing everyone because you have duplicated healing and it distributes evenly among nearby allies. Ascendance is the way to go for both PvP and PvE, in my opinion. I can't play here with we have Earth Shield on PvP, on the PvP talents. That's I can't make sure. I'd like to do this one, but they aren't available, and I'd like even to try on duels to see how they play out, but I can't do so. So reading them won't do a thing. You can read them yourself, right? Alright, so here's the review of the Shaman is now complete, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll see you soon. Goodbye.